as it issued a warning about the strengthening of defense relations between Moscow and Tehran and the use of Iranian drones by Russia to attack targets in Ukraine. The United States accused Russia of giving Iran advanced military support, including air defense systems. The claims were supported by U.S. intelligence assessments, according to White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby, who also claimed that Russia was providing Iran with an unprecedented level of military and technical support that is transforming their relationship into a full-fledged defense partnership. Washington has repeatedly criticized Iran and Russia's security collaboration, but on Friday, it outlined a broad partnership spanning helicopters, fighter jets, and drones, the latter of which led to fresh U.S. penalties. According to Kirby, Russia and Iran were exploring establishing a drone production facility in Russia for the Ukraine crisis, and Russia was also preparing Iranian pilots to fly the Sukhoi Su-35 fighter, which Iran might get within the year. These fighter jets will greatly bolster Iran's air power in comparison to its neighbors in the region. As Russia attacks Ukraine's energy infrastructure in an effort to gain an advantage in the brutal conflict, the West has charged Iran with providing drones to Russia. The Russian Aerospace Forces, the 924th State Center for Unmanned Aviation, and the Command of the Military Transport Aviation are all subject to the sanctions. Secretary of State Antony Blinken issued a statement on the penalties, saying, "The United States will continue to utilize every tool at our disposal to disrupt illicit transactions and impose repercussions on individuals participating in this behavior." Tehran acknowledged sending drones to Russia last month, but argued that it did so before Moscow invaded Ukraine. Sordid deals. The U.S. also thinks Iran is thinking about selling hundreds of ballistic missiles to Russia. Taking aim at the sordid transactions between Moscow and Tehran, the Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, James Cleverly, claimed in a statement that Iran had delivered drones to Russia in exchange for military and technological support from Moscow. Cleverly said that the UK will continue to expose this desperate alliance and hold both countries accountable, adding that this will raise the risk it poses to our friends in the Middle East and to international security. For its part, Moscow has charged that the West is arming criminals not just in Europe, but also in Africa and the Middle East by selling weapons to Ukraine. Vasily Nebenzia, Russia's ambassador to the UN, brought up recent remarks made by Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, who claimed that militants and weapons from Ukraine were traveling to the Lake Chad region and assisting violent groups. Although Nebenzia's allegations, which were made before a UN Security Council meeting on Friday, were not immediately addressed, the UK's ambassador to the UN, Barbara Woodward, said that Ukraine had a right to defend itself against Russia. Disappointing Merkel's statement. In the meantime, Russian President Vladimir Putin warned that any nation launching a nuclear assault on Moscow would be wiped out and that Russia would retaliate vehemently. He also lamented the recent remarks made about Ukraine and the Minsk agreements by former German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Putin claimed that by supplying Ukraine with weapons, the signatories to the Minsk agreements, which resulted in a ceasefire agreement between Ukraine and separatists supported by Russia in eastern Ukraine in 2014 and 2015, had betrayed Russia. With the Minsk agreements, an effort had been made to allow Ukraine time to strengthen its defenses. Merkel's comments were understood by Russia as meaning that the Minsk peace agreement was only reached to give Ukraine time to equip itself and get ready for conflict with Russia. Putin claimed that he was really disappointed by this and that it was totally unexpected. This was not what he anticipated hearing from the former German Chancellor. He added that he believed the Federal Republic of Germany's leadership would treat them with sincerity. However, it continued to appear that Germany's leadership was always earnest in its efforts to find a solution based on the principles they had agreed upon and established, among other things, in the framework of the Minsk process. That's it in this video. Please like the video and thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for latest updates.